Hello everybody that just joined. I'm actually going to wait a little longer for everybody else to start joining again, because that was ridiculous what we just went through. I apologize. Yeah, this one was a doozy over here. Came on quick. Thought my Chihuahua was going to have a heart attack. I took her and ran for the bathroom. I'm glad y'all are safe. Yeah, storms got pretty crazy. What's up, David? What's up, JJ? What's up, Brandon? Lost power? Yeah, same. Something happened over at our house too. We were live streaming for a whole hour just about, and people were like giving out donations, and you know, there was like over 200 people in the chat, and then all of a sudden, like, the live stream ends. And luckily I was just passing my house to go north for another storm. That slowed me down, obviously, but I had a detour to go home so me and Kay could figure out what was going on with the internet. And then booted the live stream, so that kind of screws me on the algorithm. Thanks a lot, Verizon. Thanks a lot. This has been an ongoing issue with Verizon. If this happens tomorrow while me and Kay are live out in North Carolina, we are screwed. Ongoing issues that we've been having with Verizon. Our modem just keeps disconnecting out of nowhere. It'll just disconnect whenever it wants to do it. So strange. I'm so sorry about that, everybody. Good to see y'all. What's up, Lucas? What's up, Mia? Welcome in, everybody that is coming in from the last stream. I apologize again. Our router decided to just take a dump on us out of nowhere. And I think what's going to happen is, like I said earlier, they severe warned that storm out there in Cumberland and Farmville. But I think what's going to happen is what I was talking about earlier on the previous live stream, is that we are going to have a situation where I think if storms continue to develop further south, they'll kind of form another line storm. We might have a similar situation coming through Chesterfield and further down to Petersburg in the next couple hours. We'll see. If anybody's just now joining, I know y'all hit the like button on the last stream, and we got us up to like 150 likes before an hour, and I really appreciate everybody. But can we do it again? You think we could do it again? Because now everybody's gonna be joining in from the last stream into this one. But yeah, I apologize, y'all. Did not mean for that to happen. It kind of stopped us short. We were on the way up to go further north to check out the storm developing that just went severe warned, and as soon as that happens, the live stream crashes. No, Libby, no, lightning didn't get me. Well, be safe, Lucas, be safe. Have any mods in here yet? Oh, what's up, X? Okay, good. As soon as I said that, X drops in. Can you share my live stream link to Discord and notify everyone? Because we just did a live stream an hour ago, and we were having great viewership. You know, just about the whole community was in here. It was going good, but then the live stream crashed because of Verizon. So Now we're out here for a second round. So we're trying to get people back in here because we're still not done for the chasing for the day. Yeah, I don't know, X. It's been doing that a lot lately. What's up, Sonya? Good to see you. If anybody's just now coming in, don't forget to hit those like buttons. Thank you so much. Appreciate you joining back. Verizon, you say I have 5G and full bars. Why are we having cell phone issues? I don't understand this, man. If y'all see me on Twitter complaining about Verizon lately, and then they're like all in my comments like, oh, let's make this right for you, let's make this right for you, and then they DM me trying to help me figure out what they can do to help me with my service and my customer service that I've been getting the past few months. And when I'm trying to DM them my problems, they want me to give them my personal information in a Twitter DM. It makes no sense. So I'm like, you guys want me to send you sensitive account information through a text on Twitter DMs? Are you kidding me? I'm like, where's the professionalism? I'm asking you to call me. I'm giving you my number. I'm asking you to call me so we can hash this out over the phone. So nothing got resolved, as always. See, there's over 50 of y'all in here. Welcome back in. I'm sorry about the last live stream crashing. I had to go back home. Luckily, I was close. I had to go back home and fix that. But we are stopping here at the Wawa so I can get something from inside the store. And maybe a little snack to eat on the way out there. 1 second, y'all. What's up, Guns? Good to see you. What's up, Beauty? Good to see you back in here. That wind was crazy. Knocked out my power. Yeah. Bring us into Wawa with you. I can't do that, Taco, unfortunately, because they play music and it will copyright my stream. Can't do that. Also, I want to give a big thank you again to Martina, to Beth, and to Susan for the $20, the $50, and the $10 PayPal donations today. Thank you again to them. I don't know if they got to hear me tell them thank you earlier because of the stream cut out, but again, thanks to them. Give a big W to them. I will be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. Won't take me long. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I had ran into an old friend inside the store. As soon as I walked in, he walked in. And that is a friend that likes to talk. We're literally standing in the way of people in Wawa at the front door. And I'm having to sit there, and the whole time my arm is burning because I'm holding the door for everybody coming in and out. Because that's where he decided he wanted to talk to me at. And he's one of those friends, he's not mean or anything. He's not like going to be like rude to people on purpose. But he gets to talking, and he talks so passionately for a long time that like people don't all right, people might think he's being an a-hole about it because he's just not saying excuse me or whatever while he's blocking people's view or blocking people's path of walking where they're doing. Can't go that way, I forgot. I gotta go this way. Doesn't look like they're gonna allow that severe thunderstorm warning in Cumberland to continue. We'll see though. I have Wawa Hoagie Fest is stuck in my head. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but the Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. They told me that 3 or 4 times. This car is going like 70 miles an hour on the street, dude. What are you doing? I had to back up real quick. Oh. Hola, Kay. Bella's watching TV, clutching her pickles. Thanks for the happy poop, Kay. What's up, David? Thought you and Ed were busy right now. which had me wondering, were y'all indoors or outdoors for that event? Come on, Verizon. Dude, we have 5G, full bars. Can you stop cutting in and out? This is ridiculous, man. Happy poop for happy vibes. Yes. Ed just got home, actually. Oh. Is he going to do more work, or does he want to come chasing? If you can, ask him for me, Kay, when you see him. I'm not too far back. I can come back and swing by and grab him. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's been nasty out there. I was just curious. I don't know if I'm late to the party or not, but they have a mesoscale discussion for a severe thunderstorm watch that was issued. I don't know if this is late coming in for me or if this just came out when I was in Wawa. But anyway, it's there. LA says Motley is back. Yeah, dude, the last live stream crashed. We had like almost 300 people watching. We had, like, you can go back and watch that live stream. It was only an hour long before the live stream crashed on us. But yeah, our modem decided to disconnect out of nowhere, and it completely booted us from the live stream. So that's a W Verizon moment there. Tons of issues we've been having with it lately. That hurts our algorithm. You know, we go from hitting almost 300 people in an hour on a concurrent viewership to now we've been live for almost 30 minutes and we're only at like 50 people watching. And let's see where we're at on likes. We're not even at 100 likes. It's not a good look on the algorithm there. YouTube's like, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't push this feed anymore. So it really sucks that they that Verizon, in their inconvenience, that could kill my channel analytics. Because if we do jump into anything severe, YouTube's not trying to push my live feed out. But those of you just now coming in, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get out into some storms. I think I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go this way. Avoid Route 1. I'm always going down Route 1. LA said I saw you on Evan's stream when the storm, he had you on live. Oh, okay. Did he see me almost get struck by lightning or no? Y'all were outside when it was going on? That's insane. Looks like this this stuff out to the west, like I was explaining earlier, will probably come together in another line storm. We're probably going to see another round of what we've seen earlier. To be quite honest with y'all, I think we're going to see another round of what we just seen earlier. And the temperatures are starting to rise out here again. So instability is going to increase. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, Glenn. You know, that's always a good thing when we try to promote you. You know, when you're like chasing with us, and people actually do find you and stuff. That's good. That's the whole goal. I see there's almost 70 people in here. Don't forget to hit those like buttons if you're just now coming in. And if you're coming in from the last live stream, I apologize for the live stream crash. It was due to Verizon cell signal. But welcome back in. And if you're new in here, we are on the way to go check out some storms. We're in Central Virginia. Dunn says, no more storming in Mechanicsville or Henrico. Unfortunately, there's some stuff moving in. We have a severe thunderstorm warning heading towards the Henrico area now. You definitely want to be paying attention to that. Staying weather aware. Severe weather is not over yet in Central Virginia. This is traffic right here. Oh, there's geese walking. At least these people are letting the geese go across the street instead of hitting them. Some people will hit them. Dude, what's going on here? chat broken? Like, nobody is typing anything. It's been like 8 minutes and I have not seen a single message, not even from Nightbot. working? I guess everybody's just being quiet. I guess everybody's just chilling. Everybody's just lurking. Cheermaster says hopefully the next storms won't be that bad. We'll have to see. They are starting to do what I thought they were going to do earlier, is form another line. That's obviously going to cause another wind threat there. And they will be stretching from the McKinney area all the way up until Louisa County. That line storm, if it stays organized as it moves this direction. Bill Rose says didn't have anything to say. That's fair. That's fair. It freaks me out sometimes when I see that sometimes like the chat does not move for a little bit. Like it says the chat rate is 0, which is like 0 chats per minute. It's kind of uncommon for a live stream with a high viewer count. It makes me wonder sometimes. I shouldn't have went down Courthouse. The signal's always bad through here. I should have just went down by the airport. That's why sometimes I go down the airport route. Should have came down here. Always bad cell reception down Courthouse. Hopefully it's getting better though. Hopefully it's fixing itself. Piano says, power is flashing now. Where are you at, Piano? finally off of Courthouse Road. Hopefully the signal gets better. I'm sorry about that, chat. Remind me to never go down Courthouse Road again. Hopefully we are more stable now. Nicholas, not really. It's just Verizon has bad service. Well, at least Verizon has bad service in this area. Back when I had T-Mobile, no issues. I might be switching to them soon. See if I can go switch to them for $0 down, get a phone on them, and then cancel my Verizon subscription. I'm thinking about going that route. I can't do anything about the home internet Verizon for whatever reason, because nobody offers internet out where I live other than Xfinity, and I can't go with Xfinity. But yeah, we might be switching to T-Mobile. I went and talked to them 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I went and talked to them in the morning, and they said they could get me to switch for like nothing, but you know how sometimes that is. They just want you to start signing some paperwork and everything, and so they can hit you with that $70 activation fee and $30 service fee and all that stuff. I need to know before I switch that I can go in there and switch with nothing down. I don't want to pay $1 out of my pocket right now. I have a phone that's paid off that I can bring over. I don't need another phone. I have a tablet. The tablet's not paid off, so I got to figure out what I would do about that. But we'll see. I'll talk to them and see what's going on. Everybody's just not coming in. We have like 10 to 15 minutes to hit 100 likes on the broadcast. I would really appreciate it if we can hit that 100 likes before the broadcast hits 1 hour. What's up, Joseph? How's it going, dude? Oh, there's a nice CG right in front of me. I don't know if the stream would have picked that up, but next line of storms looks intense. Yeah. Yep. My roommates have T-Mobile Wi-Fi, and it's horrible for me. Yeah, I don't know about getting T-Mobile Wi-Fi. They already told me that they couldn't offer anything for me that would do what I wanted to do, so that's unfortunate. But so that I'm not talking about switching for Wi-Fi coverage. I'm just saying for my cell phone. So we might still have issues on the stream from time to time for our home internet, but as far as like having connection issues out here, we should probably see a lot less of that if I switch back over to T-Mobile. Nicholas, yes and no. The storms are so. I'm more in favor of these storms still being kind of strong and organized as they move in. There is a little bit of destabilization there from the stuff that came in earlier. Obviously, the air is not as the environment is still not as favorable for severe development as it was earlier. But there is still rapid destabilization happening. Temperatures are going up. Dew points are still going up. So there's a chance for something to get going. It just we'll have to see how strong it actually is. We'll see what happens. The atmosphere is destabilizing now, but there's still some cloud cover and things like that. A lot of the stuff goes into account for what could actually happen. If this cloud cover was gone, if this cloud cover was completely gone and we didn't have this overcast left over, now that would be a different story, because now your daylight heating, the sun is just baking everything again. But things are still slowly intensifying out here. We'll see what happens. Areas around McKinney, I'm not too confident that McKinney, Dinwiddie area will get too much of anything but rain. But we'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out for it. What's up, big dog? I got you 2 likes. Appreciate you, dude. Same road? No, you didn't see the same road done. This is the first time I came out here today. I haven't been up this far north yet today. I was down further south, and then now we're just now heading up here. Currently, we're up here in the Genito Road area. I see there's almost 75 people in here. If y'all would, smash that like button if you haven't already. It would help us out a ton. Trying to get that 100 likes before we hit an hour on the broadcast. We are currently at 92, so we only need 8 people to hit the like button. I really, really appreciate that. We are right now in Midlothian off Pole Street. We're going to be coming up here, setting up, taking a look at all these weather products we have here, and make a decision on what's going to happen, see how long it's going to take for everything to move in. Answer some questions, talk to the chat for a little bit. We might see another little shelf cloud here. We're at 95 likes now. Awesome. We only need 5 more. Thank you, Susie. Good to see you again. I'm glad you made it back. I'm sorry, everybody that joined in from last stream that's just now seeing I'm live again. Our signal crashed. Or not our signal, our stream crashed from our home Wi-Fi box. It just decided, I guess, just to go through a mandatory update or whatever it's doing, because it does that like once a week. I really hope it don't do that tomorrow if we're out in North Carolina. If we do actually chase out North Carolina tomorrow, I really hope it doesn't do that, because that'll put us in a bad spot. Because luckily I'm more local today, so when that stream crashed, I was able to go home and fix it and then start up a new stream. But it'll be a whole lot more complicated if I'm 2 hours away from home tomorrow. We finally hit 100 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. Sweet Sin says, worried my son is home alone in Mechanicsville. Any predictions? Mechanicsville could see a little bit of gnarly weather. I'm gonna say, if you want my honest opinion, crap, the Wi-Fi, sorry. If you want my honest opinion, I don't think there's anything in the way of tornadoes or hail. So mainly just some strong wind gusts, a lot of thunder and rain, but I think your son will be okay. If there is a severe, you need to be paying attention to either my live stream or any kind of way to receive a weather alert. And if there is a severe thunderstorm warning that's issued out for that area where you live, you need to be paying attention to it. And also, I would contact your son. Maybe get him to, I don't know if he has a way to watch this at home. You can send this live feed to him for peace of mind, at least, you know. Or you know, stay on the phone with him. Make sure he goes somewhere safe in your house. I don't know where that might be. You know, you might have a spot that y'all consider your safe place, and everything will be good. It's relaxing, Cheermaster. Yeah, I'm glad people will find some relaxation in me just driving around, even if we don't see storms right away. But we got some stuff moving in. Just we gotta see what it looks like when it gets closer. All right, we got our new scan. I'm gonna pull over real quick in this parking spot. I'm gonna take a look at everything and try to give a more accurate rundown on how I think things will go. Give me a second. Dude, I wish this thing would stop rotating. This tablet keeps auto rotating and it keeps kicking me out of my my radar products. Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh, all right. I'm not allowed to park up here on this hill. I don't want to get a ticket. Let me see what this thing says. The sign don't say anything at all. We're going to face the way of these storms that are going to be moving in. Right here. These are where the storms will be moving from. All right, let me reload these weather products since my thing wanted to crash out on me. And then I'll answer some questions in the chat if anybody has any. And take a look and see what we got going on here in a little bit. Piano, do you have a Discord or do you have a Instagram or a Facebook or anything? You can follow, you can join our Discord community, or you can follow along with us over on Facebook or Instagram. You can look at the top of the screen. You'll see all my icons there. Those are all my socials outside of YouTube that you could follow. And you can always send stuff, or you can just post it on your Facebook and tag me in it. I will definitely see those things. Let's see. Okay, so there's a little bit of convection out above Amelia Courthouse, which is the area we're facing. There is a little bit of convection out there that is kind of split between the 60, I guess that's, yeah, Route 60, and Tobaccosville. There's a little split there, but if that actually comes together and organizes, then we'll have another linear system here that we got to pay attention to. And then there's also a little bit of convection out there in Farmville still. Well, just east of Farmville out there in Crew and Nottoway. If you're in that area, Crew and Nottoway County, you might experience a little bit of rain here in a little bit. But nothing severe with that. Paul, thanks for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that. If all this stuff comes together and stays organized, then we will have a another line storm like we had earlier. Also, out there in Halifax and Chase City, going towards Boyton and South Hill, there's a special weather statement out in front of that storm that was severe warned up in Halifax. That storm looks pretty strong. Something to pay attention to with that one. And obviously in Spotsylvania County, Spotsylvania Courthouse, King George, Ashland. Ashland is about to get a ton of rain. Hanover County is about to get a ton. If you're in Doswell right now and up towards Lake Caroline, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. Definitely want to be in a safe place there. Those storms look intense up that way. What's up, Yuki? Good to see you. Glaenburg County, Virginia. I'll take a video. Sounds good. Sounds good. You can share it anywhere, whether it's on my Discord or on any of my socials. If anybody's just now joining in, don't forget to hit those like buttons. We had a long live stream earlier that was doing very, very good. We had hit like almost a peak of 300 concurrent viewers within an hour. It hit like 150 likes. We were on a beautiful storm, and then right when we were about to move up towards this direction, our stream crashed on us. So it cut that live stream very short, and we had to restart, and now our algorithm is screwed. Chase City's about to get hit again. Yeah. If it stays strong, but that storm looks pretty healthy. It may not hit Chase City as a severe thunderstorm warning, but as for now, it is it does got a special weather statement out in front of that one. I'm trying to see what this storm out here in Powhatan and Amelia are doing. That's why I'm positioned where I'm at. There is a small boundary moving in that has some convection attached to it as it moves in, we might see a little bit of a boundary layer, like a little shelf on the edge of the boundary. I'm just trying to see if it comes together or not. Sweet Sin, thank you so much for your $20 super chat. Big W to Sweet Sin for that. Thank you so much. It's a huge help. I appreciate your support. What is this storm going to do? I could see the boundary out ahead of us. Look at this. Just let me try to give you a better view. Hold on. Right there, y'all see that little bit of a... Okay, you can kind of see a little bit the base of that storm there. Look just above the base of the storm. You see that little white, like pale looking figure there, like that pale looking cloud, just right above that base. That's that little boundary I think I'm seeing on the radar here. And we're trying to see if that organizes and comes together. If it does, then we might be in the way of a storm here in a little bit. I'm waiting on these new scans to come in and see, and then we'll know what we're looking at. I can't give any opinions, guys. I'm sorry, on what radar products are better than who and things like that, because I am currently undergoing a possible sponsorship with a radar product, and I just came off of a sponsorship of a radar product that I still currently use. So I'm not going to do any name dropping or anything like that. Wow, that lightning, that CG over there was crazy. So that's a sign that this storm is still developing and it's still, you know, pretty healthy. There is some lightning on it. So unfortunately, I don't give my opinion on those things until, you know, I'm working with someone. I will say, however, I've used almost every radar product y'all can think of as far as like a radar software, and I like them all for different reasons. And there's obviously some other reasons why I don't like them. There's always something I find that I don't like about every single one of them, and there's stuff that I do like about every single one of them. So I don't come out here trashing any of these products. I think if you, whatever you decide to use, that, you know, that's on you and that's your opinion, and I fully support it. Do you watch JLR Investigates? I've been in his chat every once in a while. Now the thing is done, I watch his stuff from time to time because he is an interesting streamer. And he has a huge community, like a really nice community, and they're very supportive. I like streamers who have like really good support and good community, because there is it shows that there is something that person's doing right. You know what I mean? So like, either he's authentic or he's honest or whatever the case is. I watch it from time to time because some of his topics are interesting, but there are some things that I don't like to watch. Like recently he was covering like the Nancy stuff. I don't like the crime scene stuff too much. I'm very empathetic when it comes to a lot of things, and when it comes to watching like horror films or like crime stuff, I don't like it. It makes me feel weird. It gives me an uneasy feeling. I'm a little bit of a sissy when it comes to that stuff. I like to just be in happy spirits, you know. I like to feel calm all the time. I don't like to feel anxious, you know, and like in a dark place. I don't like that feeling. So yes, he even does storm chasing. Yeah, I know. Yep, he's pretty good when it comes to the stuff. So that's why I watch him and I follow him. I am a subscriber of JLR, but like I said, there's a lot of the stuff I watch is to do with his weather reporting, his flood coverages and stuff. But when it comes to like his news and politics and stuff, I try to stay away from that. Every once in a while, there's a topic that he'll cover that's not so eerie, and you know, I'll pay attention to it. I see there's almost 100 of y'all in here. Glad everybody's joining back. Tell me where you're watching from. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. And also don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button if you haven't already hit those. We're paying attention. I'm giving you a little update. We're paying attention to this little boundary layer here coming in. Trying to see with these new scans what's going to happen with this storm. It looks like it wants to die off, but then again, I'm seeing lightning on it. It's entering an atmosphere where it's favorable for some development. So we're kind of just sitting up here in the Amelia Chesterfield area to see if we can get another strong storm intercept here in a bit. So we're watching this right here. As y'all can see from what I showed y'all earlier, it's a lot closer. Earlier I had to kind of really point it out to y'all, but yeah, now we are, where are we at? Where are we at? Right there. Here's my finger. That little bit of stuff there, we're paying attention to this and see what comes about. If anything, we'll see some rain. Nicholas says, what's the craziest storm structure you've ever seen? About 2 months ago, we were out at the Richmond International Airport, and it was me and my girlfriend. We were live streaming that one. You can actually go and look on my socials, you'll see it. It was the most insane shelf cloud you've ever seen. Well, maybe in Virginia, right? But there's probably a lot better ones out there. I've seen some really nice ones too. But the structure on it was absolutely phenomenal. And we were in the right place at the right time because we were pulling up to the airport as the storm was moving in. And I looked over to my right, towards my passenger side of my car, and I said, Kay, there's a huge shelf cloud over there. We got to get out here to the field. And when we got out there to the field, we set up. We got a time lapse of the shelf moving in, as well as a bunch of photos. I got some professional photography done with my camera that Kay helped me with. Kay took a lot of the photos, and we edited them up, put them on socials. I mean, they're just absolutely beautiful. Guys, I'm not convinced with this storm anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really not convinced with this storm anymore. It looks like it's trying to die out. Now they did that special weather statement we were talking about out there at Chase City. They did severe warn that storm out there heading into South Hill. So if you're in the South Hill area, Boyton, Clarksville, Chase City, definitely need to be staying weather aware. Get somewhere safe. Don't be outside. What's up, Pug Mom? Good to see you. Courtney, what's up? You watching from Florida? Good to see you. It's one of my favorite things, Nicholas, is to look at shelf clouds. I mean, you gotta go and see that photo. You go on my Instagram or my Facebook or anything, you'll see it. It's just an absolutely beautiful shelf cloud. They canceled the fireworks for Lake Fest in Clarksville tonight. It's a good call, actually. Will this stuff come together? The air is still very warm and thick out here. And usually this area right here, when storms enter this corridor where I'm at, it's like they start to blow up. We've been out here many times. We actually watched a very small, this was last year. No, it was a year before last. We were live and we were watching a very small blip just start shooting up. I mean, this storm was very small. We watched it from the birth of it all the way until it produced a tornado warning. We have that also on video and a live stream. That was like a couple years ago, and we were out here on the same road. We were facing the other direction though. South Hill always gets good storms. Yep, so does Emporia, and so does the Martinsville area. And Danville gets their fair share of severe weather. There's a lot of sweet spots in Virginia. There's a lot of sweet spots in Virginia that go absolutely ham when things start to develop. Now, I know that these storms are starting to kind of die out that we're looking at, but there is still a possibility that we get a pop-up storm sometime before the sun goes down, and we catch some nice lightning shots. Y'all know we do this a lot on my streams. We go live and we watch lightning storms and try to get some shots with the GoPro. We get some like hyperlapses, some slow-mo footage, and then I'll later on in the evening when I get home after the live stream and edit those and put those on my socials, so that way people can enjoy them. I take pride. That's one of one of my strong suits. I take pride in my lightning stuff. I actually had one of my lightning videos was featured on Fox News or Fox Weather. They showed it on there. They showed some of my lightning footage on the Weather Channel and the Daily Wire. I mean, there's been a lot of different places that showed my lightning shots. I definitely take pride in my lightning stuff. I'm not gonna say I'm a lightning expert or anything, but as far as me getting in the right place at the right time with thunderstorms and knowing which way to face and how to capture them and how to edit the videos and the pictures, that's one of my strong suits. I don't wrangle a lot of tornadoes like most of these guys do, but I definitely can show some really neat lightning. All right, Christopher, bring me back something to eat, man. Guys, that boundary is still present. I know you can't see it, but it's still present. The convection out on the edge of that boundary is no longer, but it's still there, and there's stuff that's still trying to fire up to our west, moving this direction. We'll see what happens with it. We might actually have to drive away from it too, to give it some breathing room, and then turn around and get another shot if anything actually happens. A weird little blip popping up there over in Tuckahoe, Bon Air area. Nice little blip popping up over there. Might be something to pay attention to if you're north of Richmond. New scan just came in. It does not look good, to be honest with you. Bad storms in Ashland are starting. Yeah, Ronnie. I see the Ashland and Doswell, Lake Caroline are getting a lot of rain, tons of lightning and thunder. Winds are rated up to 60 mile an hour on that storm. You lost power out there, but it's back. That's good. It's good. Wait, Susie, where are you watching from again? You said you're still out of power. Seth Video Production says, yep, I'm in Ashland. Well, stay safe, dude. Good to see you, Seth. Stay safe, man. Yeah, Nicholas, that storm out there in Chase City does have a little bow feature to it. Let me look at velocities on that. I don't typically do that with a lot of storms in Virginia, but we'll look at it just to be on the safe side. There are some strong winds associated with that storm in Chase City, but nothing really in the way of rotation. There is a bit of broad rotation actually. I'm starting to see south of Bowling Green. Bowling Green, Virginia's got a little bit of a rotation signature there. What county is that actually in? Let's see. Panola County. Nothing looks tornadic with that, but there is a little bit of a broad rotation going on in that storm. Something to definitely pay attention to. Yeah, if y'all can see on my radar, that little bit of green moving in, that's this little cloud right here we're looking at. This is what we came up here for, to wait to see if it produced anything, but unfortunately this is what we're looking at. Yeah, the latest scan just came in for that, and it just looks dead. Charlotte County, so you're still out of power in Charlotte. Bowling Green had a huge storm earlier with a hail core on it that was impressive for Virginia standards. Was that earlier when I was chasing down in Chesterfield? I think I've definitely seen the DBZ values on reflectivity were pretty high. But I've been in storms in Virginia with DBZ values of like 70, 75, which is pretty high here. And there was no hail present in it. It was just very, very heavy rain, low visibility. So sometimes it's hard to read it unless you're actually in it. So with storms like that, I will try to drive directly into it. Tara Law says, Henrico storm at 4 p.m. Lightning struck the front porch, blew the goose into a garden, and cracked a flower pot. Well, I'm glad you're safe. I'm sorry for the flower pot, but I'm glad you're safe. That's what really matters. But thanks for coming in here, and thanks for that update. Let me look at the satellite imagery over here on radar. I want to take a look at the satellite. Has anybody looked at the satellite image on the Chase City storm? That's massive. That is massive. Yep. Nicholas, see, my color tables are set up a little different than yours. So I wouldn't have been able to see that pink and black like that, but yeah, I think you're on the right track. Yeah, you've probably definitely seen a little bit of hail there. Let me pull back up this single site. Looks like Richmond's gonna be spared a little bit. Might just get a little bit of a light rain, a drizzle here and there, maybe a clap of thunder. What's up, Cat Mom? Yep, like Sonia said, my location is on the bottom left corner on the map. I am just like southwest of Richmond. I'm in an area called Amelia. Or not really Amelia. I'm not quite in Amelia, but I'm in Midlothian, right off of Hull Street. The road you're seeing is Hull Street. We will be live tomorrow too, guys. Me and my girlfriend, we're going to be live again tomorrow. So before anybody leaves today, if you're not hanging out with me for the rest of the evening, depending on what we have going on. I just want to give people the heads up that we will be live tomorrow. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do that. Or if you already are, hit that bell notification. It's the icon next to the subscribe button, and you can follow along with the chase tomorrow. When we go live, you should get notified. If you don't, you can always follow my socials, as well as my Discord. You can join the Discord, and we will be live tomorrow. We'll probably, most likely, the plans are we're going to be live in North Carolina. I think we're planning on going to North Carolina to chase. We'll probably be in like the Wilson County area, and we might be tracking storms all the way east towards the coast, from what I've been seeing on the HRRR models, but we will continue to watch that. Things can obviously change. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably take a look at some model runs tonight, figure out what I'm confident about doing and where I'm going to go, and I'll probably schedule out a live stream ahead of time, so that way y'all will see that on my channel and can, you know, sit in the waiting room or something like that. A lot of people will do that too. It'll give you a countdown of when I will be going live, that kind of thing. Every once in a while, I'll try to schedule a live stream, so that way people would know. And for a chase like tomorrow, which is what I'm considering the bigger chase day. Today was mainly just me getting out here and greasing the bearings, right? Since I haven't been live in a couple weeks. So tomorrow is the day that I'm really focused on. And we should be most likely leaving Virginia and going into North Carolina. And if we are in North Carolina, like I said, we won't be deep there, but we will be like, we could go as far as Raleigh. I don't know yet. Like I said, we'll have to see as the day gets closer. What's up, Andy? Good to see you. Yeah, Nicholas, I'm paying attention to that. I posted on my Facebook for people to be paying attention to towards the end of the week coming up for a potential for severe development, because they have a 15% slight risk already outlined for, I think it was the day 5 or day 6 when I was looking at it. So that's a pretty good confidence for something happening, but obviously anything can change. First tornado I've ever seen on my storm chasing journey was right here on this road, where I'm at this stoplight in the shopping center right to the left here. There's a Burger King right here on the corner. I don't know if y'all can see it, but actually I'll just show you like this. There's a Planet Fitness right there. Hold on. Oh, the van. All right, anyway, there's a Bojangles right there. Do y'all see that Bojangles kind of hiding behind that pole? And you see those cars? The tornado went right through that shopping center and went across that road right there, where there's the Planet Fitness. I used to be a member of that Planet Fitness, and the tornado was an EF2, and it split that Gabe's and that Planet Fitness in half, basically. So I couldn't go to the gym for a couple days while they repaired it, and then the tornado went across the street and actually capped, like, well, it destroyed a building, and the roof collapsed on a guy, and it ended up causing a fatality. So that was not a good day. That was during a tornado outbreak back in 2018. Those were tornadoes spawned, I believe, off of Hurricane Florence. I believe it was Hurricane Florence. I could be wrong. That was almost 10 years ago. I've been tracking storms for a long time, and sometimes it's hard for me to remember certain storms. But that was my first tornado I ever seen on my storm chasing stuff 10 years ago. Seth says you're from Virginia, right? Yeah. Yep. I'm born and raised in VA. But I cover other places just whenever I have the funds for it. You know, and time off of work, we go other places. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be going to North Carolina. I've chased out North Carolina several times. Just in DC and Maryland area last week. We would have went to Pennsylvania tonight if had I had enough money and time to plan for it, but I just couldn't do it. But we would have went to PA today. Yeah, we went to Pennsylvania before too, though. Last summer we were in Pennsylvania. We drove 5 hours there in one day, 5 hours back. It's hard for me to get out and do as much as all these other chasers because I don't do it full time. I barely make any money doing this. I get some money from donations from time to time, but it's definitely not enough to keep me consistently on the road and paying bills. And without any sponsorships currently, I don't get paid for the day. When I used to be sponsored with Radar Omega, I used to get paid for the day. So that would also help with our chase expenses and that kind of thing. So we still just basically do it as a hobby. And when I have the opportunity to do it. But so far with me doing this on YouTube the past couple years, I have not missed a single severe thunderstorm, or I would say I haven't missed a single day of chasing on a level 2 risk or higher in Virginia. So far, I've been able to manage to make that happen. So anytime severe weather happens in Virginia, I usually go live for it. We've been lucky enough to do that. Yeah, Nicholas, that thing is throwing out some crazy wind. You already know it. That thing literally looks like a question mark right now. Definitely got a crazy bow feature on it. You're out in front of that storm in Chase City. You're out in South Hill. Be staying weather aware. Definitely see a ton of wind with that storm. Batman says, good afternoon from Arizona. How's it going, dude? Good to see you, Batman. I'm surprised you're not out trying to fight crime instead of watching a storm chaser. But hey, I guess Batman's got to know the weather too. What's your camera on your front called? This is a regular Google Pixel phone. I use a Google Pixel phone for my camera, my feed. I have a Canon EOS T7 camera that I take professional photography pictures with when I'm chasing, and I also have a GoPro Hero 11 that I use for capturing my lightning videos and my hyperlapses, all that stuff. But as far as what y'all are seeing the camera feed through, that's a Google Pixel. Google Pixel, in my opinion, is the best camera on the market. But the iPhone lovers and the Samsung lovers, they're going to argue with me about it till the grave. But I switched from Samsungs a couple years ago to Pixels because I like taking pictures, and I was looking for the best camera on the market, and everybody was saying, from what I could see on Reddit and stuff like that, everybody was saying the Google Pixel has got the best camera quality. So I went ahead and gave it a shot, and ever since the Google Pixel 8 came out, I've never looked back. And I have, I think, the Pixel 10 right now. Make sure that this thing is plugged up. Bad signal, guys. Sorry, bear with me. Subscribers away, or I think 16 subscribers away. 5,900. That's a lot. I think. Am I accurate, or am I reading that wrong? I think we're like 16 subscribers away from hitting 5,900. That's a lot. We could possibly hit 6,000 subscribers tomorrow. I think the last time I was chased in North Carolina, we just hit 1,000. So that would be crazy, actually. But it'd be really hard to hit 100 subscribers tomorrow. Depends on the reach of people I reach out there in North Carolina. Sure, some of y'all are familiar with this area. We've come out here to view airplanes taking off and stuff from time to time. We like to do that every once in a while. Rich says you say the word crazy and I appear. Yeah, exactly, Rich. Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing good. Is Brandon not live anymore? Usually when Brandon's live, I don't see you over here. Whole lot K, you're back. Y'all are not missing much of anything. It's good to see everybody joining in, though. If you're just now coming in, we drove all the way up here about 25 minutes north to see what this boundary was going to do, but nothing came of it. There's just not a whole lot of anything left going on, unless you're out there east of the Tappahannock or east of Chase City. And even that storm out in Chase City looks like it might die out soon. But still, I would heed the warning on that storm. It is severe warned. And it's got a crazy little bow structure to it. So it could definitely be pushing out a ton of wind with that. Babysitting your smoker? Oh, okay. What are you making? He just shut it down? Was it a bust out there in Ohio or what? Kraken says, where are the storms? Dude, that's a good question. That's a good question. They just kind of fizzled off. Anything like north of Richmond, it rained itself out so quickly. If you're in Ashland, you're probably getting a ton of rain earlier. Now you're probably barely seeing anything. Maybe in some areas localized, there's some heavy downpours, but within the next 15 minutes or so, it's just going to be basically drizzling, if not anything at all. Storms rain themselves out very quickly out there. Yeah, Rich, we had a live stream earlier going, and within 10 minutes, we were on a crazy severe warned storm. I mean, we were watching trees about to fall over. I almost got struck by lightning getting out of my car to take my GoPro off the hood. And we were on that storm for a little bit. The stream hit about an hour, and we were almost at like 300 concurrent viewers on that stream, so we were doing good. And then my Verizon Home Motive decided to like turn off and restart, like for no reason. So it completely knocked down the stream. And ever since I restarted a new stream, the algorithm has just not been in my favor. It's like the algorithm punished me for Verizon's shortcomings. Because I think that last stream we had more likes on that last stream being less than an hour than we even had on this stream, and we're almost running into 2 hours on this stream. So it shows you what can happen when like you stop a live stream and you restart another one. YouTube is like, oh, we won't push this out to as many people, that kind of thing. So it's kind of unfortunate that that last stream ended. We're hoping for better luck tomorrow, since we'll probably be out in North Carolina. Tomorrow we think it's going to be a bigger day for severe weather. Gotta love tech stuff, yeah. Yeah, I just seen the new scan come in for that Chase City storm there, Nicholas, and it looks like it's trying to hold itself together. Like you said, it could hit the McKinney area, like the southern county of McKinney. They could see something, but we'll keep an eye out for it. We'll see. The new scan just came in. It still looks a little strong, but it's a baby. That's a baby storm. There's still no telling, Cheermaster. I don't want to give you a no or a yes, because again, we still have enough moisture. Why is my thing doing that? Yeah, technology is tripping today. But yeah, Cheermaster, there's still enough going on that we could see a pop-up storm happen. And I don't want to give you a yes or no on that, because Dinwiddie could see something. Like right now I'm looking at a storm that popped up out there near Keysville, just east of Charlotte Courthouse, and it depends on what that little thing decides to do. By the time it gets up here, it could definitely impact Dinwiddie. So I don't want to just give you a yes or no. Everything for the rest of the evening, after what we've seen earlier in the main event for Central Virginia, everything now, it's just basically pop-up storms and nowcasting, and it's kind of hard to just predict anything. Kay said, sorry, dealing with cats. Yeah, we got 4 of them. I'm sure it's difficult. Well, I don't know why they're misbehaving for you right now. They were doing fine for me earlier. They're probably like, oh, daddy's not home? Okay. Let's give mama a hard time. Of course, Cheermaster. I'll stay here as long as I can to see, you know, what happens, obviously. But they did issue out that they did extend that severe thunderstorm warning out into Lawrenceville for that Chase City storm. So they're confident that storm is going to continue going. So Interstate 85 could be impacted shortly. Also, y'all, if y'all want to hang out with me and my girlfriend later on this evening, she's probably going to be going live on Twitch. She started a Twitch channel last week, and she's already doing really good on it. If you want to follow her Twitch, it is Pluto Melon on Twitch, and both of the O's are zeros. So it's Pluto, and the O in Pluto is a 0, and then Melon, the O in Melon is a 0. You can follow her over there. And if she goes live tonight, she streams video games like Minecraft, GTA, a couple different things. And somewhere to just chill and hang out if y'all want to. Y'all can go follow her over there and help support her new channel. And if y'all like watching video game streamers, it's up to y'all. And y'all can see me on there sometimes too. I'll go in there and like hang out on the camera with her and watch her play the games and stuff. And X Traits just posted my girlfriend's Twitch channel in the chat. So that link, you can click that, it'll take you right to her channel and follow along with her and support her on her journey. It's totally up to you. Sonya says, every single time Kay is live, I'm doing mod duties. It's all right. We understand. She's been doing good, though. Like, honestly, she's been holding, like, a average viewership. She's been holding, like, an average viewership on Twitch of, like, 5 or more, which is really good for a new channel. Like, I mean, within the next 2 live streams, she could be monetized over there on Twitch, which obviously helps support us in our household down the road, too. I mean, even if it's $5 a month, you know, it's more that we can do with our channels, you know, that kind of thing. I'm going to avoid Harrogate Road because the signal is always bad on Harrogate. I know it's a big shortcut, but we're going to avoid Harrogate. The signal is always bad on Harrogate. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go Harrogate because I don't want to deal with all these stoplights. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Harrogate anyway. I'm sorry, y'all, if we go to Harrogate and we have some bad signal, just bear with us. We'll be back. Won't take long to reconnect. We're going to do Harrogate anyway, because I don't want to deal with all these stoplights. I'd rather save fuel than deal with a spotty internet connection from time to time. Y'all should see my cat, Luna. Luna Dove, she's been asleep all day. My dog, Nova, on the other hand, she's been crying all day due to the storms. So Nova doesn't like storms, huh? And Luna loves storms. That sounds about right. Cats usually deal with severe weather a bit better than dogs do. But dogs can really sense that stuff coming, and it's heightened for them. So like what we feel is a bad thunderstorm, whether it's like lightning, thunder, rain, it's a lot more enhanced for them, and they can really feel that pressure change too. Sometimes we might get a little headache when we have a pressure drop in the atmosphere, but dogs, it's a lot more heightened for them. Oh, you're good chasing for calls. You haven't really missed much. The first stream we did earlier today, that 1 hour stream, that was the main event. That was a pretty interesting one. But as far as this stream that we just started up, you haven't really missed much of anything. We've been just driving around talking. What's up, Samuel? Good to see you. Always good to see you. Rich sent me a picture of his smoker. Looks like he's got a ton of meat in there. It looks good. You mind sliding me a piece or two? Like I said, guys, we're going down this road right here, and sometimes we lose signal from time to time, so just bear with me. And we should reconnect. It shouldn't take long. If you're just now coming in, don't forget to hit those like buttons. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We are, I think, 4 or 5 subscribers away from hitting 5,890, which will put us in a good position for getting closer to that 6,000 subscriber mark during our chase tomorrow. I appreciate everybody's support today. Thank you so much. Chasing says I was out earlier and chased one that was just hail and wind threat. I mean, it's about all we got over here. It's about all we got. I think the most interesting thing that happened earlier when I was chasing was almost getting struck by lightning trying to take off my GoPro. But I know that you said you were hoping you would get something out there in Kentucky. At least you got something. Yeah, that's a good call. You definitely don't want to be driving into hail cores with a cracked windshield. Samuel, why do you keep saying help me? Samuel, Samuel, we're not trying to be mean to you, but you can't go into other streamers' stuff promoting your channels and stuff. That's why your messages got deleted. The reason why I was promoting earlier another person's channel was because that's my girlfriend. And she's starting up something new. We don't typically like to promote other people's channels. I don't really think any streamers really do that. I'm sure I'm not going to X, you can make one, but don't make it automatic. I don't want a whole another thing starting up. Like as Nightbot sometimes spams. Don't set, if you do one, don't set it up for an automatic like message. Only make a command for it in case that like we do promote our channel. We can just do a command like !K or something, right? And then it'll pop up. But I already think there's way too many automated messages popping up on Nightbot. I don't want another one. I've been actually thinking about going in and cleaning that up a little bit. Samuel, did you see what I said and what the mod said? We'll try to refrain from self-promoting in other people's channels. Okay? Nothing against you. I know you've been a long-time viewer. Nothing wrong with it. But we just like to keep it clean in the chat. We don't like when people come in and put their channel in the chat and things like that. Almost any streamer that you watch is not going to allow it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, X. It should definitely be on a timer. You live stream out and in. What do you mean? You mean my connection's out in and out? Yeah, it's just because we have a terrible cell phone provider. That's the best answer I can give. I'm sorry, chat, ahead of time. I think I'm going to milk y'all for a little bit. I was thinking about just ending the live stream, but I think I'm going to stay live for a couple more hours and just see what this stuff out there in like the Charlotte courthouse area, Boynton and all that stuff does. I think we're going to milk it a little bit and see if that stuff moves in. I wouldn't mind capturing some lightning or something tonight. I really got nothing else to do for the rest of the evening. So I'm sorry if we're just sitting around. But the algorithm on YouTube right now is already screwed, so I don't care if we're sitting with 30 or 40 people watching for a couple hours. It is what it is. I think I'm just going to milk it and hang out with y'all for a little bit and talk, and we'll go down here and sit towards Dinwiddie and see what we got to look at. I might actually find something to snack on too. All I've had all day long was Oreos and peanut butter, because yes, I like to take Oreos and put peanut butter on them, and some Lay's dill pickle chips. So I think I need something with some actual nutrition in it. Yeah, Kraken, I have no idea why it's so bad. You need a burger? Unfortunately, I don't eat burgers. I don't eat beef. I don't eat beef or pork. When it comes to meat, the only meat I really eat is like poultry, birds, right? Turkey, chicken, that kind of thing. I even gave up eating seafood too. I don't eat fish anymore, or even shellfish at that. Turkey burger, Brev? Kay, do you want me to get you a burger tonight? I can get you a burger or something. I can get you a beef burger or something. If you want a burger tonight, I can stop somewhere and grab a burger before I come home. That's up to you. I don't know what you want to plan on doing for dinner, but maybe I can grab a box of turkey burgers and make some turkey burgers tonight with some cheese and patties. Let me know, Kay. I don't eat it either. I'm allergic. You're allergic to what? Red meat or what? We'll just have to give you pork ribs to Kay then. Yeah, Kay will eat them. Kay's not as picky of an eater than me, or as I am, because I'm very picky. But when it comes to like vegetables or like beans, rice, that's all the stuff that I'll tear up. I'll pretty much eat any kind of vegetable. I'm not really a person on fruits, but I'll eat any kind of vegetable you give me. I love like the really green vegetables too. Like I love spinach. I can eat it raw. You know, any way it's served, I can eat. Like I love cilantro. You know, broccoli, cauliflower. Like I said, give me any kind of beans. They can be black beans, pinto beans. I'll eat it all that stuff. Is beans considered a vegetable? I could be dumb, but I don't know. I could be dumb. Maybe I need to stop at Wawa and grab me a quesadilla or a sandwich. I was more in the mood for like some chicken tenders or something, but there's nowhere around here that serves like chicken tenders. And Wawa chicken tenders, I don't know if I even want to even try that. Let's park over here and you read the chat before I go in and give me some food. What's up, Andy? What's up, Bells? Yeah, Angela, unfortunately, since I love vegetables so much, I have been avoiding them lately because of the explosive diarrhea. You know what I mean? Imagine me trying to storm chase with explosive diarrhea. PDS ass cheeks and having them hang out the window while I'm trying to go down the road. That's no bueno. What is going on with Samuel? Why is he spazzing out? Samuel's been a viewer for a long time, but he's never been doing this stuff before. They still have a mesoscale discussion outlined for the next 3 hours for heavy rainfall, flash flooding possible. So, like I said, I'm gonna milk the live stream for a little bit, guys. I apologize. I don't want anybody to think that I'm just like milking it on purpose. Y'all know I'll end the live stream ASAP when there's nothing really going on. But I think I'm gonna just grab a bite to eat, give me some more energy, and then just wait for this stuff that's out there near Charlotte Courthouse to move in. Maybe we can see something. What's up, T. Byron? Sonia says, thanks, Dylan, for the visual. No problem. That's what I'm here for. Here to be honest. We do have PDS cheeks emojis available too if you're a member. If you're a member of the channel, we do have that emoji slot opened. All right, I'll be right back. Look at the Gulf hurricane. Yeah, well, it's not a hurricane yet, but there is, I think, a 30% chance or 30% probability of something forming in the next week out in the Gulf. Whether or not it actually becomes anything tropical, like a tropical storm or anything, there's still going to be a ton of rain associated with that area. So something to definitely be paying attention to. Kay put it in the chat. There it is. I'm going to be right back, y'all. I'm going to go run in here and try to find me something to eat because I'm hungry. And I've only eaten Lay's chips today and Oreos. So I think I'll give me a little sandwich or something. Right, I'm back. We got num-nums. Now, I do want to ask the chat real quick, because I don't know if this is true or not, but since we have an issue with vegetables being contaminated, do I still have to worry about them if they're jalapenos or like sliced jalapenos or sliced banana peppers? Or are we just talking about like leafy greens? Because I need to know if I need to pick these off or not. I was really looking forward to eating some jalapenos and stuff like that. Wait, Dunn, what is that exactly? Is that something to do with like the ticks or whatever? Bells, I got a shredded chicken quesadilla from Wawa with pepper jack cheese, cheddar cheese, spicy Dijon mustard, sliced jalapenos, and sliced banana peppers. Crazy match. Taylor Farms lettuce mainly. Okay. And Kay says those are pickled, so you should be fine. That's leafy, fresh things. Okay. Chasing for Call says, yes, ticks. I've been bitten by so many ticks, so yeah, I worry about that situation like you have. I'm worried about getting that situation, so I don't even want to eat red meats and stuff. They made this thing like wet. Why is it wet? If you have been bitten by a tick and then eat red meat, it can happen. Christopher says, did the storms die out? Yeah, but there's another, like I was saying, if you're just coming in, I told the chat, I'm probably going to milk the chat a little bit here, milk the live stream for a little bit longer. There is still a possibility of something moving out this way. We'll keep an eye out for it. I just haven't eaten all day, so I'm eating. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. Chris, I seen you in Brandon Kopic's stream earlier. Brandon had me rolling. His camera kept falling off his windshield. I don't know how many times it happened throughout the entirety of the night or the day because I didn't watch but more than like an hour of it. Yeah, Kay, we have a big case of it going on over here. So me and Kay have been trying to avoid eating anything green. Well, it's good to see you that you're safe, Chris. Yeah, the air quality's been terrible. We were in a code purple yesterday. It was really bad. Yeah, twins rule. It's definitely a polarity there that could be seen as a bad or a good thing. Because there is a ton of people right now dealing with some flooding. You know, obviously life-threatening flooding. And then you have some people that have droughts that are affecting other things. So it would be nice if it was all just more balanced, you know, nationwide. But unfortunately, right now it's not that way. No, Chris, that didn't solve the outbreak. There's still people around here that are running around with explosive diarrhea. I'm surprised that, you know, we haven't seen anybody running down to into the door of Wawa right now with their pants, you know, down to their ankles. It's been going around here like crazy. Wait, Andy, it's your birthday? I didn't know it was your birthday. Confirm it's your birthday. I didn't know if I read that wrong or not. I didn't see it either, Chris. YouTube only shows some chats to me for some reason. I don't get to see all of them. Andy said, yes, just turned 49. Well, happy birthday to you, Andy. And everybody in the chat, make sure you tell Andy happy birthday. Andy is a long-term viewer, been following and supporting this channel since I started it, really. I think I had less than 1,000 subscribers when Andy's been sitting here, and he shows up to every single live stream. So big shout out to Andy. Happy birthday to you, dude. Hope you have a good one. Hope it's been good to you so far. Happy birthday for yesterday here. Wait, Bells, yesterday was your birthday? Oh, Andy's been watching this channel since 300 subscribers. That's crazy. Yeah, big supporter. Yeah, happy birthday to everyone at this point. But yeah, happy late birthday to Bells and happy birthday to Andy. Nice. No, it's the day after his birthday here. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So no happy birthday to Bells just yet, okay? Bells lives in New Zealand, so Bells is, it's July 19th where Bells is at. I wanted to show y'all something real quick. I love these. There was a time where these things were 79 cents a piece. These little patties. These tiny little patties were 79 cents a piece. Now, unfortunately, they're $3. How do they justify making these things $3? What's up, Acro? You on the wrong account. You joined on the account that's not your mod account. There it is. There's Ed. They cost 50 cents to make, but $3 is crazy, yeah. Wait, Ed, Chris owes you $100? Now Chris is saying, where's my 50? Who owes who money? Can I hold y'all's money until y'all fight it out and figure out who owes who what? I promise you I won't buy some things like, you know, new camera mounts or new radar subscriptions. I promise you I won't do that or nothing. I just want to hold your money for a second. By the way, I just watched this guy right here. Right there. Throw out that little cup. There's a trash can right there in front of where he's parked at. Come on, dude. Oh yeah, Andy's got a point. It's Andy's birthday. We all owe him money. I mean, don't everybody get money on their birthday? I think we all owe Andy money. Okay, says lock 'em up. Lock 'em up. Let's see if we can go this way. Yeah, Cheermaster, that shit irritates me. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, it really does irritate me. Like, why are you so lazy you can't get out of your car and go throw your cup or your container away in the trash can? He literally just opens the door and just tosses it out. But I'm also somebody that likes to keep the environment and the ecosystem and everything clean, right? Like, I guess you can call me a tree hugger. That litter and shit I don't like. If I was still like I was 10, 15 years ago, I would have drove over there, picked it up, and then drove past him at the next stoplight and then just threw it at his windshield. That's the stuff I used to do when I was like a troubled teenager, you know, into early adulthood. But I wouldn't do that stuff like now. I like to try to stay out of trouble as much as possible. Littering is definitely illegal. I don't know if it's like that around the entire country, but it is in Virginia. So, yeah. This is definitely part of the town too that has those kind of people. Lock 'em up. Leave it better than you find it. Taught that to my Cub Scouts. Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. I like that. I like that. We are going to head towards the Dinwiddie area where this cell, I'll show it to you. Come on, rise and get it together. Paying hundreds of dollars a month for cell phone signal, and $100 a month that I pay. It's just not working. Anyway, there's a cell that is expected to track towards the Dinwiddie area, so I'm heading towards the Dinwiddie area, and we will see if anything happens with it. But it's very small. It's a little baby storm. We'll never know until we get there. I need to be in the left lane because this lane ends. Yes, Kate did do a lot of Cub Scouts growing up. Yeah, Bells, people don't care until they get that $1,500 ticket for throwing a cup out the window. Lock 'em up. I'm gonna have that stuck in my head all night now. Trey Taylor over at Crew Tractor says, lock 'em up. Does it really take you 4 business days to turn? It's an avocado. Thanks. Park there. Lady had her Prius down in the ditch. I think she did it on purpose though. She was like getting something from a post or something like that. I don't know. She seemed like she was okay. It didn't look like a car accident. Chris, what are you asking? odd question for a weather community. No, but like, why are you asking that? Please don't go out in front of me, car or bike. Calvin says, is that electric car you're driving? No, I'm driving a Honda CR-V. It's a 2011 Honda CR-V XL. I think Samuel just wants a timeout all day long. I don't know what's up with Samuel tonight, but I think Samuel just wants a timeout all day long. Don't know what's going on with that. It's so strange when I find that, like, people have been in my community for years and never act a fool, and then they start acting weird out of nowhere. It's like, why are you deciding now to do that? Just don't understand it. Now you're hearing winding, Calvin, because I think that my car is just not doing too hot. It's got almost 170,000 miles on it. I keep up with general maintenance, but I just bought this car recently because I needed something with more space, all-wheel drive, you know, for the stuff that I do. So I recently just bought this and got rid of my Civic. I just didn't want to chase in a Civic anymore. But when I bought this car, there was some issues with it, so just haven't gotten around or had the funds to fix anything like super serious. I did put it in the shop within the first couple months I had it, to get some work on transmission flush. But yeah, I had to get my transmission flushed and get some suspension work done. All that stuff was taken care of under warranty, so that's the good thing. But as far as anything else I need to fix, I have to do out of pocket. The whining you're hearing, I don't know if it's the belt or whatever, but it definitely sounds like an electric car inside the car from time to time. Sounds like I have a little turbo in it or something. Daddy Fat Pack says, where are you headed? Just kind of driving around. I'm heading over here into the Dinwiddie area. I'm just going to chill for a little bit. There's a little cell that's out there towards the Charlotte courthouse that shows a track that their confidence will move this way and run slam into where we're headed. But I'm not too confident it's gonna hold itself together. But we're gonna come out here anyway. We're gonna come out here anyway and just see what it looks like. Bell says the Civic was not that much fun in the snow or water. No, it wasn't. I've been put in some very sketchy positions with that Civic. But, I mean, I'm actually surprised it lasted as long as it did. Driving around chasing in a 5-speed Civic. But we made it work for the time being. We just needed an upgrade. So this is the area that the little small storm is supposed to be coming towards. Let's see what happens. I'm not confident that anything's gonna happen with it, honestly. Still got some time. It's in Blackstone right now. We'll give it some breathing room, give it some time, see if it either dies or gets stronger as it moves towards us. Chris says, I plan on being a meteorologist. If so, I'm gonna go to college for that, and if I flunk out, I'll be a storm chaser instead. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad plan. Sounds like you have a passion for some weather, so I support it either way, dude. Definitely support it. I would have went to school for meteorology too, but I didn't want to spend the money or the time in school to only have the possibility of working behind the scenes, right? Like working behind a camera on national TV. But that was a long time before any of this storm chasing out in the field and doing broadcasting on YouTube and all that stuff became a thing. You know, all this stuff started really happening within the past 5 years or so. And when I was looking at going to school to be a meteorologist was probably 10 years or so ago. We'll face this way and see what it does, see what it looks like. Chill out here for a little bit, read some chat. I'm surprised to see there's 100 people in here, guys. We have nothing going on, but welcome in everybody. Don't forget to hit those like buttons. Justin says, I missed the Civic. It was a goodie. I mean, the Civic was cool. I mean, it got us through what we needed to get through. It's just not safe to chase in. And when as this channel has been growing, I want to make sure that I'm, when people are donating and contributing and things like that, I like to make sure I'm putting back into the chasing stuff too. So that way everybody else in the community also sees what's going on. See that their money's just not going to like gambling and things like that, right? That I'm trying to do something with it to further this channel and our career and our journey here. So I knew that upgrading a vehicle would have to be one of the things on the list. Want to attend Mama Motley University? I'll tell her to make a school for that. Chris says, does that mean you didn't go to college? Indeed, I did not. Actually, I was a high school dropout too. I was a bad kid growing up. I was a troublemaker, and I was too focused on fist fighting and hanging with the wrong people and having girlfriends and things like that. So I just never showed up to school. And then eventually they just were like, you should drop out. And I said, okay. So when I turned 18, I dropped out of high school, and the school paid for me to get my GED. And they said, if you fail the GED program, you're going to be forced to retake it over and over in order to get your GED, right? But you will have to pay for it out of pocket, but we'll pay for the first time. I took the GED program, and within 3 days of dropping out, I think I dropped out on Monday, and then it was like Wednesday or Thursday is when I took the program. All I had to do was go sit in a classroom and basically be tested on all 5 subjects, and I passed with flying colors. I didn't have an issue. And the people that gave me my GED diploma were like, so you actually paid attention to school, but you decided not to show up. I'm like, well, I mean, I guess. I was just too worried about other things. And back then I really regretted it. Back then I really regretted not finishing school. But nowadays I really don't, because there's so many opportunities out there and so far I can get with a GED diploma. And that's not knocking anybody that does have a high school education. Nothing wrong with it. I have a lot of respect for people that have finished high school and graduated. It's just these days, to be quite honest, you showing a high school diploma or showing a GED diploma doesn't really make a difference anymore. That's why you see on job applications says high school or GED. It doesn't say high school and then GED under it as a different spot to circle. It says high school or GED. So they basically put it in the same category. So I did go to college. Well, I don't know why I said I didn't go to college. I did technically go to college for a little bit for personal training, but I didn't take that career path. For a little bit of time there, I wanted to become a personal trainer and a nutritionist. So I went to school for that, but I didn't actually, go that career. I just paid for the schooling, went to school for a little bit, and decided after finishing the school that I didn't want to be a nutritionist or a personal trainer anymore. Like my passion changed for that. Yeah, Bell's a GED is a general education diploma. It's pretty much as equal as to a high school diploma. I still personally think a high school diploma is better because you got to walk the stage, graduated with all your friends, you stuck it out in school for X amount of years. I still personally look at it as a better thing. But when I'm saying like jobs and opportunities out there in the world, they don't look at them any differently, just to be honest with you. And I've had a lot of nice jobs. I have a really good resume. I can get a job almost anywhere. I was a mechanic for many, many years, worked for dealerships, worked for mom and pop shops. I worked at a plant for 7 years, designing granite and marble countertops for people's houses. Ran a $3 million CNC water jet machine. So I definitely got a lot of work experience, and not having a high school diploma never hindered me or anything. It never got in the way of anything. Yes, exactly, T. Byron. They said you get to throw the cap too. Something I wish I would have been able to do is throw the cap in the air. Justin says, I could still hire Dylan as a personal trainer. Not technically, because I went to school for that stuff 4 years ago, and they make you retest if you want to be a certified trainer. So I'm technically, I have experience and I have knowledge about nutrition and exercising and things like that, but I can't tell people what to do or what to eat legally. I can't I'm not technically certified, so I can't do anything online or anything like personal training. And it's been 4 years. It's been like 4 years since I've studied any of it. And with personal training and nutrition, you have to like keep up to date with it. It's always evolving, just like with weather. And I'm not passionate about it anymore. Like, my passion is here with weather. And I've always known that. I just never thought that I could get to where I'm at right now without going to school for meteorology. But now that things have changed in the world where we can live stream storm chasing, we can live stream severe weather from home, that's why I started getting into this path like this. Because I'm like, wow, I can actually do stuff like weather that I'm passionate about doing without going to school for it. That's awesome, Andy. That's awesome. Yeah, my cousin went to school for sports science, and I think that's what he's kind of doing right now for a living. We talked back and forth a little bit. The school I went to was NASM. NASM is National Sports something medicine. I don't know. I can't remember what the school stood for. It's been 4 or 5 years since I've went to that school and studied for it. Like I said, it wasn't a passion of mine. At first, I really thought, because I was heavy in the gym and like really just wanted to help people, you know, with whether it's gaining weight, losing weight, getting over like getting past like those health ailments that they have to stay in shape. I knew I wanted to help people with that stuff because people would come up to me in the gym and say, "Hey, I like the way you look. How can I look like that?" You know? And I would just be like, yeah, don't eat and just work out. No, I'm just joking. I wouldn't say that. But I would like to give some advice to people without it being like medical advice or, you know, like personal training advice. And I would just try to help people to reach their goals. And at that point, I was like, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do this for a living. And then I had a lot of people backing me and supporting me in the background, family, friends, things like that, that said that they would be like my first clientele if I started making a business of being a trainer. And yeah, I think I just kind of disappointed everybody because I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Chris said, so did you actually go to college? First you said you didn't, and then you said you did. Would you like to clarify that? Yes, Chris, I would like to clarify that. I'm sorry I made a mistake by saying I didn't go to college, because NASM is not a national college that either of y'all can just go to. It's an online college with online college courses. So I'm sorry I didn't clarify that I went to a university or not. Yes, I took online college courses for personal training. My bad, dude. What is going on with people today? So generally, no. When people ask me if I went to college, I say no, because when they ask me what college I went to and I say NASM for personal training and nutrition, people are like, "Oh, okay, that's a little different." That's the way I see it. So I just say no, I didn't go to college, but I did do online college courses, yes. This stuff is dead out here. That Blackstone storm is nothing but drizzle. And they no longer have a storm track for it. So it doesn't look like it's going to reach us. Guys, we went from having a crazy storm chase earlier for an hour. Then the live stream dropped on us. We started a new live stream, and now we got a bust. Looks like basically everywhere in Virginia's just got nothing but a little bit of rain right now. Nothing much going on. I'm surprised to see that we didn't really have any much in the way of like flash flooding going on either in Central Virginia. Clyde says Ivy League colleges are teaching college students to hate their country. I'm not going to get into all the political stuff. But that's interesting. I never heard that. But then again, I don't really pay much attention to politics or like college stuff. And I don't want to give the wrong impression to anybody, especially my viewers. But that's interesting. I've never heard that before. But I appreciate you sharing that. No, Bells. Let's everybody keep it friendly. Let's all keep it friendly. Let's all keep it friendly. We're all friends here. What a disappointment as far as weather today. I was not hoping for severe weather outbreak or anything, but I was hoping for at least a little bit of rain. The past few slight risks we've had outlined for Virginia, especially being this big, covering the majority of Virginia, you know, we've just had a ton of rain, and we need it. How long are you staying live for? I'm not sure. I was gonna milk it for a little bit, but I don't know. It's been a weird chat. The algorithm's kind of drunk on this side of the YouTube today. After the first live stream crashed, and we're not seeing much of anything. So I'd like to hang out with you guys and sit here and just talk all day long, but it's just not good for the channel analytics. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about just hanging out with you guys and just chatting. But I know I have to go home at some point just to get some dinner for me and Kay tonight. And we do have to plan a chase tomorrow. We are chasing in North Carolina most likely tomorrow, so I am going to have to get home and get prepared for that too. Yeah, Cheer Master, that has a little bit to do with it. The first line earlier, the main event, definitely left like a rain-cooled environment, right? But I was noticing the atmosphere was destabilizing a bit, even though we didn't have a whole lot of sunlight peeking through the clouds. We had a bit of an overcast. I was just kind of hoping for a little bit more rain, but just not much in the way of that. Justin says, do you need to work more tonight? I wouldn't be able to get anything tonight as far as work or orders tonight this late. They stopped really showing them at like 8 o'clock. So yeah, I wouldn't have much room for that. I'm gonna have to work tomorrow morning. I'll probably have to get up early tomorrow morning, get some work done early to help with food and gas tomorrow's trip. Especially if we're chasing in North Carolina, we're gonna need the extra bit of money for gas and food and things like that. But with that being said, I mean, we definitely had some people contribute today, and it's really been a big help. We had three PayPal donations, one from Susan, one from Beth, and one from Martina, and that really helped us out a ton with covering some gas for today. Is Kay going to Crash Cars tonight? Yes, she is, Bells. Kay is going live on Twitch tonight. So if anybody wants to go hang out over there on Twitch tonight, when I get off this live stream, and go hang out with Kay while she does her live stream on Twitch. She plays video games. She just started her channel up on Twitch. She's new to it. But sometimes y'all can see me in there too if that's what y'all want to see. Every once in a while I'll pop into the camera. But she plays games like Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto, you know, other things like that. So y'all can always go check her out, support her. I wonder if Kay will finish GTA 5 before GTA 6. I think so, because yeah, she gets distracted easily when it comes to like the storyline because she likes to do other things. But GTA 6 won't come out on PC for like a long, long time. So I think she'll have time to finish it. Yes, and Verizon permitting. Exactly. Because Verizon's been causing nothing but issues lately with us. And let me just read something to y'all. I'm not going to show it to you because I don't want to like get in trouble or like defamation of character or anything like this. But on Twitter, I said, I posted a Twitter post saying, where's it at? I said, no, Kay said, we've had nothing but problems for months. And then she tagged me and tagged Verizon and said, light them up on your page. And I said, Verizon, by the way, terrible service and customer service since I've switched over a year ago. So Verizon support messages under my, or comments under my Twitter post and goes, a year is way too long to feel like you haven't gotten the service or support that you need. Let's change that starting now. Send us a DM and I'll meet you there. Meg, right? The name was Meg. And then, so I go to their DMs, I go to their messages, and I say, someone that goes by Meg wanted me to reach out here. And then Meg goes, hi there, that's me. Thanks for meeting me here. I saw your messages about concerns with service and with your overall experience, and I want to help turn that around. Can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on? And I said, is there a better way to reach out to me? What if I give you my personal number and you give me a call? It's a lot to type here. And then I get a message right after that says, while our social media team strictly prohibits or provides support through Messenger, the great thing is you can pause and pick up the conversation whenever it works best for you. We really want to get this sorted out together. To get started, just tap the link below to verify your account, and we will take it from there into a secure chat to continue. And that person that sent that message was named Christy. Hold on, let me turn y'all this way towards like sunset. It looks pretty. And that name was Christy. So I'm like, hold on, I'll tell y'all in a minute. So I was like, so I responded with, we have already switched sales reps. At the beginning there was Meg, now there is Christy. How can I assure that this is a legit Verizon rep and account? Seems irresponsible and a bit odd to handle personal account issues and give sensitive account information over a personal message through something like Twitter. I'm worried for my identity and account that could be compromised. And then they didn't say anything to me for like a few hours. So I said, hello? Anyone still here? Or is Verizon still going to break promises like they've always been doing for the past several months for me? And then they immediately respond saying, hey there, how may I assist you today? Amy. Now we have Amy. First we had Meg, then we had Christy, and then now we have Amy. Every time I reply to whoever the rep is, they give me a new rep. So I said, please read the messages above. So then the fourth sales rep comes in and says, I just reviewed the previous messages and I see you have been having issues with your services. I understand the importance of having reliable services and to communicate. Can you please tell me what you have been experiencing? I definitely want to make sure that we get this resolved for you. And then put a new name in the chat. So it's been a bit odd. It's been a bit odd with Verizon. But we're gonna switch soon. That's all right. We'll get it taken care of. All different names. I guess different people. Yeah, I guess it's all different people. Beautiful sunset, about to head off to bed. Night, Dylan. Night, everyone. Till the next storm. Yeah, Cheer Master, if you want to hang out tomorrow while we're in North Carolina, we might be chasing portions of Virginia too, depending on how bad it gets here compared to North Carolina. But my main area of focus tomorrow, my target is going to be like northern North Carolina, like in the Wilson area, maybe over towards Raleigh. I don't know if I would go actually into the city of Raleigh because just of traffic and everything like that. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, Cheer Master, and I'm glad that over here in Dinwiddie is not too bad, you know, and you could probably go to sleep and have a peace of mind, right? So good night to you, and thanks for hanging out. X says, pretty sure it is the official Verizon support account. It's verified for one, and the official Verizon account also follows them. Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's just I don't want to give my personal account information out over a DM because Twitter has been hacked many times. What if it gets hacked? And then I have my social in there, I have my account number to my Verizon account, my name, all that good stuff. Like, I just don't want to deal with that. Like, what is so hard about them just giving me a call? Giving me a call and we can sort it out over the phone. It's less that I have to type. I can just tell you exactly what I've been experiencing over the phone. You know, I just think it's a better way of handling it as from a professional point of view. Now the storm is south of you. That Lawrenceville storm is tracking towards Jarrett and Sussex, but that's like an hour away. We drove an hour there, it would be almost dark, and we still potentially face that storm dying out too. I think it's just pretty much a dud for the rest of the evening in Central Virginia, I would be honest with you. What I'll probably do now, guys, is drive back towards home, which we're about 20 minutes away from home. Drive back out towards my neck of the woods. In the live stream, when we get there to like the Publix parking lot, grab some stuff for dinner tonight, and then prepare the live stream for tomorrow for the North Carolina Chase. And I will probably schedule that live stream out so that way people can go and already put a like on there or a comment, whatever you want to do. Save your place. I think on those live streams, it's not that you can really like reserve your spot there, but it kind of helps to ensure that I am going to go live. It tells people that I'm going to be going live later, something to expect, and it has a countdown timer on it about when I'll go live, so people don't have to guess. No, it's just mainly heavy rain on that little blip, Justin. If you go outside north of Lawrenceville, there's a small little blip out there that is got some DBZ values upwards of like 50, 55. But yeah, nothing severe, no thunder or lightning with that. It's just a little rain shower. Pick and Go Farm says we had some bad ones move through here near McKinney around 3 p.m. Yeah, I was live earlier, but my live stream ended. I had to start a new one. But yeah, Pick and Go Farm, we had literally almost got struck by lightning. I was out on Route 1 and got out of my car to take off my GoPro while the storm was coming right over top of me, and I tried to time it perfectly to get out after a lightning strike but you know, that don't make a difference really. It's just something like a peace of mind. But my GoPro was getting ruined out of my car, so I had to take it out off the mount. And when I got out of the car to take it off the mount, I was struggling with it for a little bit, and lightning struck right behind me, and it was like instant boom. I don't know, maybe about 50 to 100 meters away. Samuel says, moderate motley to fake person was AI bot talk. I don't know if they were AI or not. It could have been a bot. That's what I'm starting to lean more towards. It might have been the actual Verizon account, but the people in the Verizon account that they probably have some automated AI chat bots. That's why the names were switching every single time I sent a message. So it's just bad customer service. You out of here, Bells? All right, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let me know if you have time to hang out with Kay tonight while she streams. But if not, I will see you tomorrow. I think Andy said he's 39 today. Andy, I thought you said you're 39 today, not 35. Or 49, excuse me, 49. Yeah, I remember. Those were good times, Chris, when I had Xfinity. Is Kay in the chat still, or Kay, are you no longer in here? I need to figure out if I need to call Kay after the live stream and figure out what she wants to do for dinner, because I know she said something about burgers or something, or if I can just get her answer here. I might do that next time, Bells. Justin, I was just trying to be nice. 50 is not old. 50 is not old. She might be taking a nap, guys. She had a rough night. She had a rough night at work. She had to pull a double, so she worked 12 hours and only slept 3 hours. Also, her job, you know, she works in a restaurant, but they don't have AC in there this year, so the sorry, we got some bad signal. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to speak. Andy said 68 GGs. There's no way you just gave somebody a GGs for their age. That's crazy work. Angela, don't take it personal. Every time I say something like that, X is always like, "You're pushing 40, by the way. You can't say that." I'm like, all right. So I'm guessing words only belong to certain age groups these days. Yeah, Justin, that's what we want to know. And on top of that, she, you know, we had, you know, Justin, you live here. We had all that crazy wildfire smoke yesterday, and we were under a code purple from how bad our air quality was. And people coming in and out of the store were letting the smoke in. You know, every time the door opened, the heat from outside and the smoke would come in the store, you know, followed by all the heat and the smoke that's already in the store from cooking steaks and burgers and stuff all day long. And Kay was explaining to her manager that she did not feel well, that she felt lightheaded and she felt like she couldn't breathe, and that she wanted to go home. And her manager just kept yelling at her, telling her no, she has to stay there. and that she can't go home and all that stuff. So she's not very happy with the company right now. Well, not necessarily with the company, but with her boss. And she may or may not be looking for somewhere else to go. And I don't blame her. But yeah, with all that going on that she had yesterday, and she had to work a double and only had 3 hours of sleep, she's been just like over it. So today she just decided to sit home and chill and get some well-needed rest. Yeah, I was trying to tell Kay, like, you honestly just need to leave. Just straight up walk out. ACLU would have a field day with that? Yeah. So would OSHA. Yep, I'm a little bit more stubborn in my head. Like, if I was working there, that's why I was telling Kay, like, you don't have to do what I do. Don't follow me. But if that was me, I would have walked out. Because if the store and the company don't care about your well-being, why should you care about them as a business? There's always going to be another door opening and another door closes. And I was trying to explain that to Kay, that this is not going to be your only job. This won't be your only job or job opportunity in the future. Don't feel obligated to stay there if you feel like you're going to faint or you can't breathe. If you need to go home and they won't let you, just go. If they fire you, then we'll deal with it afterwards. Call her real quick and see she's okay. I want to kind of check on her too, since we're talking about all this. Kind of just want to check on her, but at the same time I also want to see about what she wants to do for dinner. So just give me a second, guys. I'm going to give her a ring real quick.
Your call has been forwarded.
Her phone is off. She might have fell asleep. She might have fell asleep. So I don't know what I'm going to do about dinner for her, because I don't want to get her something that she doesn't want to get. If we got burgers, they would be turkey burgers. And the thing that makes me think that she fell asleep is because she was just in the chat like an hour ago, and she was on the couch. And she always falls asleep watching streamers and stuff. So she probably fell asleep on the couch. My stream is still up, or it was still up in her lap or something. And her phone just died because she didn't have it on the charger. I'll try it again, but I think it was off. It just went straight to voicemail.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to have to, when I get to Publix, I'm going to have to end the live stream and then go home and wake her up and ask her if she wants to come to the store with me, or if she just wants me to grab something when I go up there. Chasing says I do that too. Yeah, I do it. When I lived alone, guys, little guilty of this too myself, right? When I used to live alone, I didn't have a roommate and I didn't have a girlfriend living with me. I would literally just because I like having company, I like having something in the background. I would go to bed with a streamer, like a gamer or anybody, right? Storm Chase or whatever. I would have something up on my nightstand, on my iPad or my phone, and just leave the live stream running while I was like, you know, falling asleep, and it would help me. Some of those times I'll have the best sleep ever. The weird thing is sometimes I would wake up to some weird live streams. If whatever stream I was watching, obviously, like, you know, ended in the middle of me sleeping, you know, Twitch or YouTube will like pull up something, you know, similar to it, or like they'll recommend you a different live stream, and then that automatically plays. I will wake up to some weird stuff sometimes. I'm like, what am I watching? Like, I remember I went to sleep to this streamer that was playing a variety of different games, like Fortnite and everything else. But their voice was like very calming and stuff. Like, it was very good for helping with sleeping. Y'all can actually go check them out. I think their name is Bobao Games. Their name is Bob, but Bobao Games I think is what it's called on YouTube or Twitch. But they have a very like calming voice, and like I would sleep watching their videos or like streams sometimes. And once that stream ended in the middle of me sleeping, I woke up to like hearing screaming and stuff. And when I woke up, I looked at the stream, and it was like some like short-haired lady that was like middle-aged, right, with a headset, like a trucker headset on, screaming into a microphone because she was getting a bunch of donations, and she was making like different things, like animals and stuff like that, out of like balloons. Like, she was making balloon animals and stuff like that, but she was making all kinds of different stuff. Like, people would donate to her, and she would make them a special like balloon, and it was just the weirdest sounds and screaming and stuff like going on. She'd be like, "Oh my God, thank you so much for this," and then like you would hear like the crinkling and the, like the squishing and the rubbery sound from like the balloons when she's squeezing them and tying them together. And you know, she would pop a balloon from here and there, like on accident, and like scream because she popped the balloon. And like, it kind of terrified me for the rest of the night. I just kind of stayed up. Chasey says, "Well, I'm going through a 26-year breakup." Yeah, breakups are tough. You'll get through it. They're tough. 26 years breaking up is definitely a world record that I've ever seen. I've had relationships in the past that did not end very well, and I've had others that ended okay. But yeah, the rule of thumb, like, look, when I was getting into like my spiritual side and stuff like that, I had got advice from a guy that was, you know, considered like a monk, right? And I asked him, I was like, "Look, this might seem like a strange question, but I was seeing this person for like a summer and like a few months or whatever. I really liked them. We broke up because our views just didn't align, you know, religiously, politically, all that stuff, right? But I feel like I always think about this person going forward. How can I get over this, right?" And they said to me, very easy. As long as it took you to have feelings for this person is how long it will take you to not have feelings for this person. And I was like, that seems strange. I didn't quite understand it, right? But I was like, what are you saying? So like, if I was like having feelings for this person for 3 or 4 years, the rule, 3 or 4 months, the rule of thumb is that like it would take me 3 or 4 months to like move on. And then this monk dude was basically just like, yeah, in a nutshell, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm like, that seems strange, because like, you know, people can love somebody. Now, I'm not saying I love this person, right? I'm not saying the person I'm talking about, I love them. I'm just saying I had feelings for them, where like, you know, I was thinking about them after we broke up, but and I was worried that like I couldn't move on, and I just didn't understand what they meant by it or how that would work logically, because, you know, people can see somebody for many, many years and then still have feelings for them many, many years after that. There's some people meet, you know, and date or see for like a couple weeks, and they can still think about them again for years past. So like, I didn't understand it, but it actually worked for me in a lot of times, right? Where like, I've been in relationships where they've lasted 5 years. I've been in relationships that lasted 2 years. I've been in relationships that lasted a few months. And it seems that person that gave me that advice was pretty spot on. That my feelings started to become a little easier to get over after about that same time range that I was seeing that person. So it's something I always thought about. And not that it holds any weight or that it's like something that's scientifically proven. I just thought it was something I would pay attention to, because this was like a monk that told me this advice. That was the only advice he gave me when I asked him this question. When they can give so much other advice, you know, they're a monk, they have a lot of knowledge, but it didn't make sense to me. And then all of a sudden, like when I started like really paying attention to the timing of it all, I was like, wow, this kind of was a lot easier after 3 months. You know, we were together about 3 or 4 months. You know, I started like thinking about them, but it started getting better after like 3 or 4 months, and then after that, I kind of moved on. You know, and some of the people that we spend more years with, like extended periods of time, you know, it might take you a couple years to start forgetting that person completely, or you're never going to. Some of these people you're never going to forget completely, but it might just become a little easier after a couple years. You might actually be comfortable with moving on and things like that. This Colonial Heights got hit with a lot of wind. I can tell right here on the ground. There's a lot of flowers and tree branches and stuff behind me, and trees are kind of leaning sideways. Reap what you sow principle. Indeed. Oh, look, see, Sonia kind of like is going along with what I said. Sonia said, I was married for 16 years, and now I've been divorced for 16 years. So pretty much the same time span, and now she prefers to be single. See, Sonia, I don't know if I could agree with you on that one. We all have a different opinion, and that's okay. Like, some people just rather be alone. I'm one of those people, I like to be around people all the time, right? I like to have somebody, you know? I like to have somebody. It's kind of why I moved my girlfriend into my apartment. That used to be my sanctuary. That used to be the place I wanted to be by myself for like a long time. And then I started being like, you know, I want to have somebody around in case of anything, whether it's a medical incident or emergencies, or, you know, somebody breaking in the house, or just having somebody to talk to, not feeling alone. You know, I started to start to think that way a lot more. And then I moved my girlfriend in. And then I ended up finding a roommate to rent out the other bedroom, and that was Ed. And me and him became, you know, good friends. So now I'm a little different than I used to be. Samuel says, next month, NFL preseason game, week 1 of 4. I cannot wait, Samuel. Andy says, I got a bald spot. Don't tell X that. He's going to start calling you bald. Justin K says, does Brentwood, PA have a storm right now? I have a cousin there. Okay, let me check on Brentwood for you. What's going on, Justin Case? Hope you're doing good. Let's check on Brentwood for you. If I can pull this up. What's going on here? There we go. Brentwood, PA. Let's see what Brentwood's doing. Brentwood currently does not have a whole lot going on that I would be too concerned with. Now there is a storm there, but nothing severe warned. Let me pull this back up again just to be sure. Just to be sure. I'm going to give you all the information I can so you can feel okay with it. If this will let me pull it up, what is going on here? So, okay, let me just show you. Let me adjust the focus here. Sorry about the focus. Give me 1 second. I will fix that. There we go. Should be focused now. So there's Brentwood. So that's where it says Brentwood County is. I mean, I'm sure your friend could live here, or your friend could live here. Doesn't really matter, right? But this is a storm just south of Brentwood, looks, right? Outside of Pittsburgh. It's pretty messy over there. Pretty messy. A lot of rain. I don't see any lightning signatures. We can just do this just for the fun of it because I know they were under a tornado risk. I don't see anything really concerning as far as velocity either. There's some high winds in certain areas, but I don't even see any broad rotation. It all just looks like a mess, just a rainy mess up there so far. And if we give it a 14, whoa, don't do that. If we give it a 14 frame track just to see what it's doing, it looks like it's going to be moving south of Brentwood. But there could be some stuff moving from the Ohio area through overnight that we could be definitely wanting to look out for in Brentwood or Pittsburgh area. But right now, everything looks just like a rainy mess there. Also, since I'm about to get off here, Brentwood, just in case, you said you wanted, if you're really concerned about it, if I can pull this up. These are my buddies, PA Storm Trackers. I don't know if they're going to be live much longer, but you can follow along with them in the Radar Omega app, or you can go find them on YouTube. They are also on YouTube live streaming storm chasing, and they are, I've chased with them before. I went to their chasing event last summer. You can follow along with them through YouTube. I don't know if they're going to be chasing for the rest of the evening, but they are currently just east of Brentwood. Well, just south of Brentwood. So they are close. They're closer to me, or they're closer to the Pittsburgh area than I am. And they will be able to give you some better ground truth. So yeah. And you can look them up on YouTube as PA Storm Trackers. Absolutely. If you go check out PA Storm Trackers, just tell them that Moderate Motley sent you. Or Motley, they'll know who you're talking about. YouTube channel name is PA Storm Trackers. They are live on YouTube, PA Storm Trackers. It says they're still live. I don't know how long they're going to be going for, because it looks like the area they're in is just nothing but a rainy mess. They might be getting off just like me. Let's see if Kay woke up and put her phone on the charger. If she still doesn't answer, I'm going to end the live stream here, and then we're going to go wake her up. Oh, her phone's ringing now.
Hello?
Hey, did your phone die?
Yes.
Did you fall asleep, or did you just die?
No, it literally died twice.
Oh, I was trying to call you to see, I'm out here at Publix. I'm about to end the live stream. I'm currently still live.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
I thought that you were still going to be live for like another 2 hours, because I ordered a burrito. That's why my phone died.
No, there's just not much going on out here. I was going to hang out here, and I just don't want to milk YouTube any longer. The algorithm's not in my favor right now, and I don't want people to think I'm just trying to run ads for as long as possible, so I don't want to milk it too long. I want to, if there's nothing going on, I want to get off.
Right.
And it's already past 8:15 now, so I decided might as well just get here, get what we need, and then come on home. I just didn't know what you wanted to do as far as dinner, because you did say something about burgers. I didn't know if you were being serious about it. I could get turkey burgers and bread and stuff, or did you want something else that you had in mind?
No, we can eat whenever, because like when I eat burgers, I like to eat like lettuce and tomato and like onions and stuff, and I don't want to get any of that stuff right now.
Yeah, you don't want the explosive diarrhea.
So it doesn't matter. You can get whatever's like cheap.
Can't be having us driving around North Carolina tomorrow with our booty cheeks hanging out of the window.
Exactly. Like I said, I just got Taco Bell too, so I got a burrito, and they had something new on their menu that I guess if you're coming home soon, you might be able to try if it's not gone.
No, that's all you. You know I don't want to eat no Taco Bell. Thank you, though.
They have these things called chicken fiesta fries.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try it. It's got like the jalapeno sauce and stuff on it, and like sour cream and nacho cheese.
I might try one of those. That sounds good.
Yeah. I'll save it for you then. It just might be kind of soggy when you get here.
Oh wait, did the burrito and did the food already come?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it then.
That's why my phone died, because it died once, right? And then I realized, oh, the food is coming. So I was literally in the middle of looking at where the order was, and it died. And then I charged it up, and then I saw that the lady was trying to message me about the order, and so she calls, and then she wants me to go outside. So I had to unplug my phone and go outside and, like, wait for her to drive back around. Mind you, I put very, very detailed instructions in there, and still there was confusion. But I digressed. So I come back inside, right? And I start munching this burrito, and I literally open a text from Tabby that says, charge your phone. And as soon as I read it and I plugged it in, it literally charged, it literally died as soon as I plugged it in.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes. When you have like your phone on like 1% or something and you plug your phone in, it almost takes more power drawing from the battery to like show that you're charging your phone, to like, you know, illuminate that you're charging your phone, and it'll be that little bit of battery left that dies.
It pisses me off so bad. But my phone takes forever to power back on for whatever reason. Like, yours will power back on immediately. Mine takes like 5 minutes.
Google Pixel for the win.
Huh?
I said Google Pixel for the win. All right. Do you? So what do you have in mind? Just me to grab whatever, or what?
Yeah, you can get whatever you want, because I'm over here eating what I want. So you get whatever you want, and I'll eat some with you later if I'm hungry.
All right, I'll find out. I'll figure out something to eat. Maybe we can get another Kevin's meal or something.
Yeah, it don't matter to me. Bella the fatty's been laying next to me the whole time. Cat. Jimmy cat. It was so funny too, because she literally she was sleeping. She got off the couch, went to go eat food, sat next to the food bowl for literally 2 seconds, and then came back up on the couch, and then made me rub her belly to aid her digestion.
She's spoiled.
Got her belly all up in the air.
She's so spoiled.
And yeah, there was a lot of food in there. She looked at her belly, looked really big. Poor baby. She's so cute.
She's a heifer.
She was sleeping on the pickle, but then she got full.
She's funny. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell all these folks goodbye and see them tomorrow, and get this stuff so I can head home and schedule out this stuff before you decide to go live.
Okie dokie.
What time do you plan on doing your live stream?
I don't know, whenever I feel like it.
Okay.
But did you at least have fun today?
I had fun, yeah. It's just a little frustrating with the stuff that happened with the modem disconnecting. Yeah, because...
Yeah, you can click that shit.
Yeah. It ain't gonna do any good. They don't care.
I know, just proof.
It hurt my analytics because, you know, I went from having like almost 300 people in there and like 150 likes in an hour to like...
Yeah, I saw that.
Nothing afterwards.
And then it went to like 80.
Yeah, and it had like it hasn't peaked over 100 on this stream at all, which is, you know, it's, you know, I don't obviously care about it that much, but it's just like the channel analytics. I don't want to kill the channel, or like YouTube not to push notifications for the channel when things like that happen. Say if we're under something serious or severe, and that happens, and we are able to like retrieve the live stream again, and then YouTube decides not to push notifications anymore, or my live feed on the front page, and then, you know, that can obviously mean less people are seeing there's a storm chaser nearby or something, like, you know, things like that I just worry about.
Right. It's okay, we will get it fixed.
Alrighty.
We will get it fixed.
You say what?
So we will get it fixed. I love you.
I love you too.
I'll see you when you get home.
Alright, mwah. See you in a little bit. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
What the hell?
All right, y'all. So I'm going to head off of here. I have to go home and schedule a live stream for tomorrow, for the chase tomorrow. Again, if some of y'all were not here when I was talking about it a couple times. We are planning on chasing in North Carolina tomorrow. I got to go in here and get some dinner for tonight for me and her. She's going to be live on Twitch, streaming video games and stuff. If y'all want to come hang out and show support over there, y'all might see me in the camera or something. Also need to finish up cleaning a little bit in my house, and I got to make a thumbnail, title, schedule the live stream, do a little bit of editing from today's stream for social media, and then I got to promote my live stream tomorrow on social media for tomorrow, so we can try to reach an audience. Because it's not been very many times I've chased in North Carolina, but every time I chase in North Carolina, our audience is very low. I just think that a lot of people in North Carolina either, one, don't watch Storm Chasers, two, don't watch YouTube very often, or it's just been bad timing for me. I don't know, but I've chased in North Carolina a few times, and then they just haven't been good for reach. So I'm trying to make sure I can get that ahead of time to help with like trying to reach as many people as possible in North Carolina tomorrow. That hey, sometimes there is a chaser here, and on days like today where things could really get crazy, you have somebody to watch and keep you safe or whatever. So other than that, y'all, I'm going to sign off here, and I'm going to we don't have more than 100 viewers in here, so we are going to not raid anybody or redirect to anybody today. We're just going to end the live stream. So the good thing about me not raiding anybody is when we just end the live stream, y'all can listen to the cool background ending music that we have. It says what time for the stream tomorrow. I don't know yet, but it will most likely be early afternoon. I would say between 1 and 3 o'clock. We're going to shoot for like between 1 and 3 o'clock tomorrow. So if you want to keep an eye on the channel about when I'll schedule it, I would say sometime tomorrow morning, if you wake up, just type my name on YouTube, and then there should be a scheduled live stream there. I'll be able to make a better prediction about what time I'm going to start sometime tonight when I look at all these different model runs and guidance and things like that to see where I might be at what time and that kind of thing. It's going to take us more than an hour to get to North Carolina anyway. But tomorrow for sure we'll know what time we're starting. But tomorrow morning when you wake up, I would just type in my name on YouTube and just see when it'll say a scheduled live stream. You can go in there, you can put a comment, you can like it, whatever. It'll also tell you a countdown of when I'm going live, so that'll help you. But yeah, everybody, good night, and I'll see y'all later. Hang tight in here because we're gonna be playing the end screen, the music. I think it's fast.
Rolling clouds and skies are gray, chasing storms from miles away. Through the thunder, through the rain, we bring the wild to your domain. Thanks for watching, hope you stayed. Every twist, every turn we made. Don't forget to subscribe and like. We'll see you next stream. Alright. From Virginia's hills to the open plains, moderate mildly tracks the insane. Winds that howl, skies that love on the next stream. Thanks for watching, hope you stayed. Every twist, every turn we made. Don't forget to subscribe and like. We'll see you next stream. Alright. Rolling clouds and skies are gray, chasing storms from miles away. Through the thunder, through the rain, we bring the wild to your domain.